right, guys, welcome back to the call. This week, even though LSU and Alabama will not be playing on the field, we wanted to have a conversation about this rivalry and all the history that's been going on. So, representing Alabama, we got Frank Shotgun back on again, and representing LSU for the first time, we have Sean Roddy. Frank, Sean, how y'all doing?
Great. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, doing all right. Just been reading the forums for the first time all season, so
now's a good time for it.
Yeah. Got to learn all the insider info about who's spreading what.
So I'd like to address something here. Frank, you did air quotes when we said rivalry.
Correct.
If it's not a rivalry, then why are you so angry?
Yeah.
That's a good question. It's probably because of the LSU fans from last year to this year that they think they're, still on our level as a program and as a football team. And I can guarantee you that's not the case. Last year was a one and done, similar to Auburn and Gene Chizik and Cam Newton.
Yeah, but that is really bitter and small.
If it's not a rivalry, there's a whole Wikipedia page for rivalry, and Alabama's Jimmy Wales, the founder of Wikipedia, is from Alabama. So obviously, if he considers it a rivalry, then it's got to be one.
Well, okay, I got to step in here.
We cite Wikipedia a lot.
even Florida and Arkansas has a Wikipedia page, and they played each other 11 times. So I don't think that's.
Hey, if you want, I can go change it right now, and it can be live. That's how trustworthy Wikipedia is.
It's an Alabama grad, man. You gotta stand by your program.
All right, y'all get each other's fingers out of your booties. All right, so let's get into the question. So the game is obviously canceled. LSU had a coronavirus COVID-19 outbreak, but that COVID-19 outbreak is allegedly linked to a Halloween party that happened after the thwacking we got from Auburn. So I want to go rapid fire. We've got 4 players from each team. I want to hear what you think each player dressed as, and then maybe like one sentence why. So Frank, we'll start with you. Let's go Mac Jones first. What was he dressed as and why?
The Joker, obviously, because that's his nickname.
Okay.
And he's a fucking creep. Dylan Moses.
Moses from the Bible. Part in the Red Sea.
Gotcha.
Your Highness? Are you sure you didn't come dressed as a king?
Does it say, do you think Moses' dad let him go to the Halloween party?
No chance. Will Richard, the first Bama kicker of all time.
Jesus, he's the chosen one. We finally have a kicker.
There you go.
All right, and Najee Harris.
He's going to be a centaur. He's half man, half horse. You cannot bring him down with one person.
Those were all good answers, and somehow I hated every single one of them. All right, Roddy. Let's go LSU. Torrey Carter.
All right, this guy's riffraff. Just look at him. He's white boy with dreads. He's braids. He's riffraff.
I was thinking he's either riffraff or some WWE wrestler from the 80s. All right, John Emery.
So I'm thinking he's the guy that follows COVID protocol and doesn't go to the party, but he's a speedy guy, so I think Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay, Ali Gay.
Ali.
Sorry.
So this is a big dude. First thing I thought was Rambo, or some Sly Stallone character or a Schwarzenegger character, but definitely Rambo. Bandana around his head, maybe a toy gun,
Yeah, dude, that sounds badass. And then finally, Maximum Johnson.
Okay, so we'll throw a little shade here. This QB1. This is the guy in high school that wears his varsity jacket, Letterman jacket, to the party and goes as himself.
Okay. I like it. Those are all good. That was fun.
For someone whose nickname is Maximum Johnson, he does kind of look like a nerd. So, I could see him showing up to the college party in his Letterman jacket. That's for sure. Not I wouldn't put it past him.
He probably went as either a boxer or Darth Vader.
No, this guy, he went as himself. He's a football player.
Okay, so just a quick, interesting observation about the selections that you made for the LSU players. None of them have face coverings. So, I mean, that fits.
Smart. Yeah, it's very fitting. Well, let's move on. Let's get off of the Halloween questions because honestly, LSU players had a Halloween party. I seriously doubt that any Alabama player participated in any Halloween party whatsoever because they take football seriously, and this LSU football team tends to not for whatever reason. But reports coming out after that Halloween party and all the COVID related stuff. LSU does not have any tight ends that would have been available had this game happened. So let's just play the hypothetical game. If you had to choose one position group, we'll start with Frank. If you had to pick one position group that you think you could get away with without having a single member available to play, a single scholarship player available to play, what position group would you pick and why?
This is easy. We can get rid of our punter. We don't really need him. Our offense will just score a field goal or a touchdown on every drive. So take away our punter.
Okay, let's take the specialists out. That was too easy of a question. Let's take the specialists out. Let's actually pick a real position group, not a kicker.
No, I would say if you take the punters out, you have to remove all specialists, including whichever wide receiver y'all have lined up back there as the punt returner. So that gets rid of your long snappers, your place kickers, your kickoff specialist, and your punt returners. You still getting rid of the punters?
Yeah, I want to keep our offense and defense on the field. We'll just take whatever field position we get. We'll score from wherever.
Okay. Here's another thing to add on to this, and tell me if you agree with me. I have always said the reason, like Nick Saban needs to stop wasting any positions on the team for a kicker. Just let his most skilled athletic wide receiver kick the balls, and if they miss, so be it. Just don't waste a scholarship on a kicker. Thoughts?
I agree. Well, we could go for it on fourth down every time. We should have recruited Auburn's quarterback Bo Nix to be our punter. He's a pretty good punter.
Yeah, he's a jack of all trades. We're not going to say any mean things about Bo Nix this week. We've sworn off saying that because it kind of burned us in the past. Sean,
guys, this is the Bo Nix Sucks TM podcast. You have to stand by your brand.
Oh, he does suck. He does suck. Y'all just made him. He sucks.
He only had his best game ever.
Hey, Frank, keep it up, man. He's going to make you look like a idiot.
Not a chance.
Just like he did to little old me.
Yeah. All right, Sean. We got 0 tight ends on the LSU team right now, but let's say all tight ends are available, but you have to pick one position group. Who are you picking to not be available for any Saturday?
So if you ask most fans, the defense hasn't been available yet.
That's true. Yeah. The whole defense.
Or possibly the defensive coaches, whichever way you want to spin it. I think also all of our long snappers were unavailable, and since if we're going to say all special teams, I think we do need some of our special teams guys, especially our punter. He's also our backup quarterback. Let's get rid of quarterbacks. Miles Brennan's already out for the season, potentially or likely. So just direct snap it and run the wildcat, and it's not like TJ was going to put up numbers anyways.
Yeah, I like that strategy. Don't risk anybody getting injured and just put I don't know his name. I don't know if he's even on the team, but put number 41 back there and just let him take the snap and get destroyed. And once 41 gets hurt, switch him out for 42 and just roll up through the 40s.
Yeah, I was doing a little bit of research for the formations that don't require tight ends, and there's very few of them, but there's plenty of formations where you can stack running backs and wide receivers in the backfield. So I think we have a lot more options with no quarterback.
I'm good with it, and that's such a 2010s LSU answer.
Yeah.
Just rather not have a quarterback. All right, no game this week, so we'll keep it short. Let's wrap up. Frank, what is your favorite memory from LSU Bama week? Y'all have a lot to choose from.
I do. I'll go over a couple, and then I'll give you my favorite one. 2012, the national championship game, 21-0. LSU crossed the 50-yard line once and then fumbled. That was pretty awesome. in New Orleans, seeing all those LSU fans kind of slowly realize they had zero chance. 2013.
Frank, I don't think we approved you giving multiple answers to this question. Okay.
Oh, I'm just going through a couple of the ones that stuck out to me. I'll give you my final answer at the end. 2013, we won like 38-10. We sacked Mettenberger 4 times in a row, and he was crawling off the field. That was pretty awesome to watch. 2016, we had probably one of our worst offenses with Jalen Hurts, and we went down in Baton Rouge, which is a fantastic place to watch a game if you're a road team. I highly encourage going down there. 10-0, all 10 points scored in the fourth quarter. That was great. And then really, this is my best moment was 2018 with Tua. We go down to Baton Rouge. The game's getting so hyped up. Got former players, LSU players on the sidelines. Coach O's pregame speech, he's yelling at Allie LaForce saying, we're ready, we're ready. And then we smoke y'all 29-0. And really, whenever I'm kind of down and feeling bad about myself, I pull up Ed Orgeron's post-game press conference and listen to him, just the sound of defeat coming from him. And that's probably the favorite moment so far from this rivalry.
We need to stop covering Alabama, just to stop having you just crush my heart every single time we talk about LSU versus Alabama. Just stop covering it all together.
All right, Sean, what's your favorite memory? We don't have as many to choose from here.
We're going to have, I have a very complimentary answer because Frank's favorite memories are my least favorite memories. The 2012 game. That was a low point, 2012 national championship game. I remember after that game, I ate a whole king cake and went to bed. That's how and then that 2018 game, that was LSU. They just started serving beer in the stadium. Coach O hyped it up. I spent the whole second half at the bar in the stadium. Didn't even go back to my seat. But yeah, last year's game, easily favorite memory. Breaks the 8-game losing streak, perfect season, Heisman, national championship. It's pretty much everything you asked for. Frank mentioned Baton Rouge is the best place to watch an Alabama victory. I think Tuscaloosa is the best place to watch an LSU victory because, you guys, we always beat them there and they always beat us at home. It's crazy. Not always.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even remember when the last time we beat them at home was. I think it was like
2010.
I've been to quite a few games in Tiger Stadium against Alabama, and we lose quite frequently. It's a very depressing ticket to whip out the cash for every year.
This year it would have been the same.
Always hope. Yeah.
Okay, so both of you guys know how we like to do the podcast. Sean, I'm going to have to ask you, say something nice about the Crimson Tide.
I was thinking about this. I think, I already mentioned the Wikipedia founder went to Alabama. That was a big contribution to society. I think Catherine Webb, that was another big contribution.
She went to Auburn.
Well, AJ McCarron's girlfriend, though.
Wife, but she went to Auburn.
Right, but at the game, that was a great, YouTube clip. And then AJ McCarron's tattoo, another great, contributions to society. I think that's it. I think just all these great cultural moments that Alabama, AJ McCarron specifically, has brought us. That's got to be my favorite part of Alabama.
All right, Frank, say something nice about LSU. You've been kind of dogging us this whole interview, so I need you to bring some positive vibes down to Baton Rouge.
I got you. Yeah. So when I was a student in Alabama, every opportunity we had to go down to Baton Rouge and play y'all down there, I went. Y'all's whole campus, fans, students, alumni, even the kids, y'all bring it, man. Y'all talk a lot of shit before the game, and I love it. I'm always down for that shit talking. And after the game, you're still shit talking after we beat y'all, after we, don't let you score multiple times. And I really like the back and forth, and it doesn't stop. Alabama, when Alabama loses in Tuscaloosa, nobody goes to the bars. Everybody's pissed. When LSU loses, there's more LSU fans in the bars, afterwards, still getting drunk. And I really enjoyed this shit talk because, I've been to Texas A&M and College Station, and they're the nicest people. We'll beat them by 3 scores, and they're like, come back. We love to have you. That was a great game. Well, LSU, it's not the case. And I really, that's what SEC football to me is about. Is complete shit talking, win or lose. So that's the best thing I gotta say about LSU is by far the best place to watch a college football game at night.
Hey, how do you know if someone on Twitter is an Alabama fan? It says Twitter for Android at the bottom.
I'm zooming you on an iPhone right now.
All right. I don't know how we come back from that. We're just so all right.
Can we talk about this Halloween party one more time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, does Coach O have no control over his program? I know he's lost his best offensive defensive coordinators from last year. It just feels like this year has completely spiraled out of control. He doesn't have control of his players. Alabama and Nick Saban, I know that's kind of extreme example, but so far, I mean, we really haven't had any COVID outbreaks, and I don't understand how you let half the team go to a damn Halloween party.
Well, hey,
Was
man.
it planned? Was it
Frank,
planned?
I would say,
Was it planned?
Yeah, I mean, I heard it was all the guys who didn't go to the Auburn game, so it's tough because you can't just cut them because then you literally would have no one playing for the team. So,
Hey,
was it planned by Bo Pelini? Possibly. He might have been coughing around the locker room, but
This is some sketchy shit, man.
it's his attempt to get to a 500-win season.
well, and here's the other thing I'll say about that is it's a lot easier to control what people do on Saturdays when they're your employees rather than just the voluntary student athletes. So Nick Saban has that going for him.
True.
I also think that the current state of y'all's season and kind of how it's, what are y'all 2-3 or 3-3? It's a lot of the players are kind of, they're coming off of last season's undefeated season, and they're looking at this year as, it's a waste already. So I feel like they're probably giving up on those protocols quicker than a team who's playing for a national championship.
Well, and on a serious note, a lot of the players who are actually key difference makers on this team are 18-year-olds.
Yeah, Chris and I were talking about that. Whenever we were in college, I don't want to speak for anyone else here. Whenever I was in college, 18, and they were if someone was like, you can't go out, I would be like, okay, well, fuck that. I want to go out and I want to go have fun. It's a bad look leaving that game and going out and getting drunk and then having a COVID outbreak. But most of the difference makers on this team, like Chris said, are all 18 and 19. They're not, unlike Alabama, where y'all have a lot of upperclassmen difference makers.
Dylan Moses is
unlike last
26
year,
or 27.
Yeah, right. Well, last year's LSU team, everyone on the team was or all the leaders on the team were at least juniors. That's why this team is so young.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's legitimately 24. Well, Russ 23, I think, last year.
Yeah.
Y'all still upset about losing Dylan Moses?
No.
I think
that was.
I only cried myself to sleep one time this week.
I'm not mad.
Yeah, not mad at all.
No, I'm fine. All right, let's end it there. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Thanks,
it was
guys.
fun. Hey, enjoy your weekend. Masters, Kentucky,
PS5,
Vanderbilt.
Xbox.
Yeah.
We're going to have a scrimmage. Saban's going to have them scrimmaging on Saturday.
Apparently the volleyball teams are still playing. We'll see. I heard the women's volleyball was the patient zero for the COVID outbreak. So.
Oh.
No, I'm being serious. That's what
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm sad.
All right.
It'll be okay, Frank. Thanks, guys.
Thank y'all.